All right.
Damn.
So, little rundown. What did you think of it?
Okay, let's see. Um, Quite a few thoughts. Okay, so let's see. For
Yeah.
starters, right? I think
Yeah, yeah.
it was pretty good when it came to comedy, And
Yeah,
again,
that's
it's
yeah.
an old show. Like that's another thing.
Hmm.
They didn't want to go for like how do I? Okay, it's a very casual watch, is what it says, right? It's got like
Oh
a
yeah,
very,
yeah.
very, very casual vibe going on as a whole. So it's not something where it's not like Tag and Titan where it's like holy,
Oh
every
no.
single second is something crazy. At the same time, it's not really something deep where you're gonna be like questioning every single thing about the character. It's not a
No, no, no,
comedy
no, no.
masterpiece either. It's a series. It's a
It.
long going series. But I'd say what
Yeah.
makes it work, really stand
Hmm.
out, is how each of the characters are supposed to be ridiculous in their own way, and how things will just play out like that. Like I think
Oh
it's
yeah,
kind of cool.
definitely.
Um, but yeah, now I can see why a lot of people would like it, right?
Hmm.
But a lot of it would come from nostalgia, in my opinion, right? Like
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
think so
saying,
too.
like I think it's good when you give it a chance. It's awesome, but you know, it's not like a masterpiece. It's not the best thing out there. It's solid. It's
Yeah, yeah, I
awesome,
get you.
but yeah. What about your thoughts?
Yeah, I found the comedy to be pretty good actually. I will admit that it was kind of hard keeping up with the subtitles at times. Like, I found the characters to be funny. That one girl with orange hair was kind of. She's a bit psycho, man. She's very psycho.
Oh yeah, not totally. I mean, again, I don't know what to say, bro. Like characters, they're interesting. I can
Very
see people
interesting.
like them liking it, but to be honest, in my opinion, it's not really my type of show. It's very laid back, but laid back in a very like it's something you'd see and you'd expect from a lot of other types of shows. It's not
Hmm.
something crazy. It's not something you know new. Again, though, for its time, though, for its
First time, yeah. So,
like it's not really. Hmm?
you're not down to
It's
watching
not
the next
really.
366 episodes.
Oh no, 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 no,
Yeah, I saw. That's
no.
literally how many episodes? 366 episodes.
Oh yeah, no, I am
Oh
not down.
gosh.
Like, look, something
Plus
like
movies.
Naruto, I could see myself being like, you know what, I want to like go down this. I want to see what's up here. You know,
Naruto is really good, man. Like,
yeah, yeah. Because I think like yeah, because with something like that, you feel like, oh shit, there's like this whole, not only
hmm.
that, it's not like just the story of Naruto. You have the story of other
No, no, no,
characters, and
no.
you have
You got.
this whole lore and all that built up and so on. You know,
Mm.
yeah, like
Yeah, definitely.
you have like a lot of these interesting details, right?
Oh
With
yeah, dude.
Gintama, my impressions of it is just it's like a random, slice, it's like slice of life, but it's taking action in there. So it's like a action-esque slice of life kind of scenario
Yeah, that's
where
what it
everything
feels
is just
like.
a series of running gags. If that's the right
Mm.
term. Um, it's got its own appeal, but it's not really something that I would say, would be, you know, ideal. You know,
Mm.
like I can see people liking it, but I wouldn't be like, yeah, 300 episodes, let's go.
Yeah, I got
Um,
that vibe as
so
well.
yeah, in my opinion, I think Gintama is something that it makes sense for people, especially given the time it was released, right? Because it was
Yeah.
from quite a while back.
2006 it
But
says that's when it
now,
premiered.
hmm? 2006.
2006.
Again, like I can see people liking it as like a long running show, but
Yeah.
you know, it's not really like something crazy. It's not something that would,
Yeah.
fill you with artistic inspiration or make you be like, damn, that's amazing.
I feel the
Basically,
same way. Because with Naruto,
yeah.
like episode one, you get like this. It starts off with like the Nine Tails incident, and then Naruto being kind of like bullied by the village, and then you want to see him kind of like develop and grow and all that, and you want to see how
Yeah.
far he's gonna go. But with Gintama, he's already kind of cool. He's already got his friends. With Naruto, he had no one to begin with, so you want to see that growth. But with Gintama, he's kind of got everything. So yeah, I don't think I'd watch it to be honest with you. I think I just leave it.
So like the character feels kind of two-dimensional. I,
Yeah.
Sometimes you got those characters though, in like another series, like you have Attack on Titan, where you can really
Oh
make a
yeah.
proper analysis into the character. I mean, don't get me wrong. Perhaps there's actual development later on down the series. Maybe we find out,
Yeah,
holy
definitely.
shit, there's like this other side to Gintama that we didn't know about. You know, maybe the whole
Mm,
point was the first episode is just a parody of what it truly is about. But you know, based on how it seems so far, I'm like, can see the appeal, but a lot of the running gags, you find them in other shows too. So to me, it
true,
feels like,
true.
oh, I've seen this before. You know, that's the effect I end up getting.
That's same here, man. Same here.
But yeah,
Plus, Attack on Titan, like the show is going to end on episode 75,
all
and
right.
it's able to tell this really grand story in just 75 episodes. So,
Mm-hmm.
but Gintama, it needs like 366. So, like, yeah, I mean, you can just tell. I don't think you need that many episodes to tell a story like this. I just think I think it's just really popular, and they're just kind of like milking it.
It's casual. It's hyper casual, is what I'd say. You know,
Yeah,
yeah, it's what you expect if you're just like lying around. You're like, yo, I'm just gonna like binge some stuff or something like that.
yeah,
You know, it's something that introduces people into the tropes of anime, if you will. And when people, just
yes, yes.
they're young
It's
and they
got
just want to watch
everything.
something raw.
You want your action, you got it here. You want your comedy, you want your fan service. It's all here, man. It's all there. I feel like if you have never seen anime before, you watch this episode and you're like, oh, okay, okay, I'm digging this. I want to see more. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll probably give this episode like a 5 out of 10. The animation wasn't amazing. It looked very ordinary to me. Like
Again, it's all meh in my opinion.
it's
Like
meh.
it's
Yeah.
again, that's kind of harsh though, because I know it's like if usually when you have a series that's very popular, you would know that okay, there's
Mm.
got to be some underlying appeal that I'm overlooking here, and I think that
Yeah.
definitely is the case here.
Hmm.
But you know, I think it was
It
good
is what it
for its
is.
time, but it's not something that stands out in this
Yeah, it's
crazy way
I'd rather
now.
watch something like My Hero, like or like Attack on Titan, or like Black Clover, like the modern animes. Like I feel like those shows do something a bit different. There's a lot more energy in those ones, but this one
Mhm.
is kind of like laid back, and I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like, how do it's hard because look, even
Mm,
modern day anime, you have a lot of laid
yeah.
back series. There's this one I watched kind of recently. It's I forgot the name, but like you find a lot of these series which are very very casual. I mean, the plot's
Mm,
not really something crazy. You know, it's not action or anything like that. Um, I mean, let's use Love is War. Love is War as an example. So
okay.
obviously, it's a bit sensational. You know, like you have a lot of jokes that are just put in there. You know, they have some good writing. You know,
Mm,
like it's hard to pinpoint. It really is hard to pinpoint what
yeah.
makes a series good. And of course, there's a lot of subjectivity and yada yada yada. But I'd say it's just there's certain things that you find in older anime, specifically
Hmm.
the older shonen types of anime, that made them the
Yeah.
way they are. Modern day
Mm.
shonen seem to not, you know,
They
don't
don't
seem
take
so
that like old
dependent on the
approach.
tropes.
Yeah. They kind of like subvert your expectations of what is kind of like expected.
Yeah. Like if you look at like yeah, like okay, let's look at My Hero Academia, right?
Yeah,
You
that's a
could
good example.
technically look at it again. I'm talking about the stereotypical shonens here, right? Look
Mm.
at compare that as a shonen, like a modern day shonen, versus what you'd
Yeah, yeah,
expect from all the tropes, from
yeah.
Gintama. If you just had them all mixed together,
Oh yeah.
um, main difference with My Hero is like it's not like every single character would feel like an extra, or you wouldn't feel
No, no,
like
no.
there are just a lot of running gags. You feel like oh shit, there's a story that's building up, and so and so and so. And of course, with many different series, you have that. The thing with Gintama is
Mm.
it's not only does it sell off this vibe that it's a shonen, but it also sells the
Hmm.
vibe that oh, a lot of it is hyper casual. When you have
Yeah.
like if you look at Naruto as a shonen, most of those very very casual episodes they tend to be
Hmm.
seen as filler, and
Yeah.
most people don't like filler in their anime.
I no,
So
I
when you
don't like
have
filler.
that kind of combination here, it's a huge contrast. It makes people be like, oh shit,
Oh, guess
oh.
what, dude? Guess what?
But
Plot twist.
yeah,
I've
what?
literally just typed in Gintama filler list, and according to this, episode
Hmm?
one, the one we just watched, is a filler episode,
Oh shit, oh
and episode two is also a
ah
filler episode. I think episode one is slightly canon, but it adds some like fillerish stuff in it.
yeah yeah.
Yeah, so that would
That means
explain
like,
that.
that means like a lot of what we were just saying is just kind of like it's yeeted away, like
Yeah.
like the validity. I mean, okay, wait. So was it that this was an OVA, but then later on people
No, no, no.
decided to make it episode
This
one,
is
or like,
confirmed episode one. This is like episode one of the start of the series, but on the
all right,
filler list thing, it says episode one and episode two is filler.
yeah,
Episode three, episode four is manga canon, and it says manga canon
okay,
for a long time.
okay. So I mean, like you're saying that the actual story isn't just going to be the same way it was in episode one and two.
I'm
So it's
guessing
like one of
not.
the okay. So I guess you can apply the typical 3 episode rule here, where they say you
We
have to watch the
if
first three
I
episodes.
tell
So
you
you're,
what, dude, if this video does well, we can like review
mm-hmm,
episode three, and that's the like start of the manga canon. We can watch episode two and then episode three, and then like do a review of that,
mm-hmm.
and then like decide from there. So yeah,
That sounds
but I
cool.
mean
That
for like
sounds cool.
anime only, it's like, do you think like this first episode would like hook anyone in? Like, because even though it says
Mm,
filler, it's still technically episode one of the show. Like, that's the question.
okay.
That's the thing, man. Yeah, that's
Um, like my thought here is this, right? So I find that hard to believe, but at the time when it was made, I can kind of see it working out. Like to put it
yeah,
bluntly, think about it this way. Let's say you're back then, shonen's a new thing, kinda, maybe, I don't know, right? It's not, but at least it's not booming crazy. Like you don't have so many shonen cardboard copies. So
yeah,
then you have this one series that's like, hey, yo, we're just starting off with a parody. We're just showing that
yeah,
we're not the same thing. We're not just like all serious from the get go. We're just kind of joking around.
yeah,
Oh, what the
exactly.
heck is this? Everybody's talking about the show. Plus, again, a lot of people do actually play the 3 episode rule, especially when they're recommended a show and like when people are talking about it. It's kind of like the
Hmm.
snowball effect, if you will. So it
Okay,
kind of gives this, it makes people be like, okay, what's up with this? What's up with this? And then I think from there it kind of may drive them in,
okay.
but it's not a good strategy for modern series, I'd say, in my opinion.
Nah,
Like
not too bad. Nah.
again, nowadays, if you have things that start off slow, it's not going to be pure filler. Usually, it'll just be like it'll be something that escalates or something that, no,
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
be some like actual setup. Here, it doesn't really feel like setup. It just feels like some random. That's from my opinion, though. I may be wrong here.
Mm.
I may not see the whole picture. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, it is what it is, but yeah, it was a fun watch. But I think that's pretty much it for the review. Might go on for too long.
yeah, solid.
Yeah, but yeah, thanks for joining me, man. It was
I
fun.
do. I'm happy to
It
help.
was a fun
Like,
ride.
I'm happy to join.
All right, that's been much Gintama in review. But what did you think of it? Like this video, subscribe for more anime and manga reactions. With that said, thank you for watching.